Small things that changed everything. Healing wisdom. There are days when I don't know what to write on the next page, so I close the notebook, put it in my bag, and wander down the crowded street, and I meet someone who doesn't ask who I am, just asks, "Would you like a cup of tea?" The nameless book is where people who have missed a beat, missed a love, missed themselves, sit down and tell stories. 3 voices, 1 story, many scratches. But each chapter is a small miracle to keep living. No matter how tired today, eyes don't remember our names. Just remember, you're not alone. And there's a new chapter waiting to be written by you. Chapter 1, when I don't want to tell anymore. Kai, back then I thought, if I stayed silent long enough, the world would stop asking one rainy afternoon. I packed all the things I hadn't said yet into a small suitcase, no clothes, no notebook. Only one thing, I wanted to disappear, but at the last bus stop, a strange girl asked me, "Hey, do you want a ginger candy? I see you shaking, sacred." I saw him from afar. A man who looked like he was hiding from himself. Didn't ask, "Are you okay?" Because I knew the answer, I just gave him the candy and sat down next to him. Neither of us said anything more, but I believe that sometimes just being there is enough to keep a person from falling. Would? I sat behind and drew the backs of 2 people. One was as thin as a question mark. The other was as small as a pause I draw an umbrella. Even though the sky has cleared, I draw a cat in someone's pocket because I want to believe that every meeting has a reason, even if they are strangers. Sitting at the same sad bus stop. Kai, that was the first time I told it. In silence, and also the first time I realized there is no need to be clear about everything. There are chapters in life that should be written with hesitation, like the first page of an unnamed book. Sacred. He didn't ask my name. I didn't ask where he was from. We just sat until it got dark and the streetlights came on. Wood. I still have that picture, I called it. The first page. Where one begins with a crack. Chapter 2. The dream that belongs to no one. Kai. I once had a very old dream. So old that I don't know where it came from in my dream. I stood in the middle of a white field. No trees. No people. No sound. Just the loudspeaker playing the refrain. "Where are you?" I couldn't answer. I didn't know where I belonged, sacred. Many people dream but dare not admit it because they think dreaming is a luxury, is frivolous, is for idle people. But no one has the right to take your dream away from you, even if it's a dream that no one understands, no one believes in. No one walks with you. Every dream is a house without a lock open. If you dare to enter, would. I used to dream I was a kite, but someone else held the string. Not me flew up, but was always pulled back. I didn't see the face of the person holding the rope. I only know the wind was strong that day. And I broke free. I didn't fall. I just flew so far that I couldn't remember where I was tied to Kai. I woke up, not remembering the field, but the voice still echoed, "Where are you?" And this time I answered, "I am on my way back to myself, sacred." There are dreams that belong to no one. They just stop by to let you know that your heart is still breathing. Wood. I named the dream that day. A broken kite doesn't necessarily fall, maybe. It was being free for the first time. Chapter 3. When a person disappears, it is not necessarily the end. Kai, I once asked a child, if a person no longer appears, does that mean they've ceased to exist? He didn't answer. Right away, he just pulled a small stone out of his pocket and put it in my hand. I picked this up when my grandmother passed away. The stone was cold, but my heart was warm, sacred. People don't disappear. They just change form. Some turn into the scent of guava leaves in the yard. Some come back to be the flashing lights on the balcony. Every stormy night they live on in a way no one teaches us to read. What I once had an imaginary friend. He used to walk backwards. I asked him why, and he said, because I'm afraid that when I turn around, no one will be there one day. He stopped coming. I wasn't sad, I believe. Friends don't have to show up to play together, Kai. I have lost many people. I have lost myself, but I cannot lose my memories. They cling like dust in an old book. Just open the first page, and you will smell the familiar scent secret. If you miss someone and don't know what to do, whisper their name on a quiet morning. They may not hear, but your heart will be soothwood. I name this chapter, Those Who Have Not Gone, completely because I believe there are people who only hide, not disappear. Chapter 4, Not everyone leaves because they want to... Kai. Some people walk out of your life as silently as a bird in the morning. No sound of the door closing, no warmth on your pillow, and you sit back. Like someone who has just woken up from a nameless dream. You ask yourself, don't they love me enough? But sometimes it's not a lack of love, it's just too painful to stay sacred. Not everyone who leaves hates you, they're just exhausted. You don't see them cry, but the tears may fall silently, overflowing from within, where no one can reach in to wipe them away would. I used to have a cat. It would leave, but then come back once it left for good. I thought it didn't love me anymore. Later, people said it was trapped. It didn't come back not because it didn't want to, but because it couldn't Kai. The greatest pain is not the breakup, it's when you realize that person is still in your heart, but not in your life sacred. Don't stay mad at them for too long. They may be mad at themselves more than you think would. I name this chapter, People Who Can't Go Home, because everyone has been that person at least once.